Webheads, comic book fans, the 2099 universe introduces another new character. That's right, guys. We have SpiderWoman 2099. Guys, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. This is Comic Book Corner 2.0. Today, we're going to dive into a little bit of the SpiderMan Exodus event, and we're going to talk a little bit about this new SpiderWoman character and if she has some kind of legs going forward in this universe. So let's kick it off here. There's going to be spoilers on what happens with SpiderMan Exodus. We have the, I think, Omega issue. That's what it is. And I'm also curious, like, am I the only one that really read this event? Do you guys care about the 2099 universe? Do you even care about SpiderWoman 2099? I just want to hear all that stuff down below. But let's talk about this issue in itself. The overall event kind of fell flat, really, for me. It was very boring. They did introduce a lot of characters. You got, of course, the Avengers. You got Black Widow. You wound up getting Loki. You wound up getting Valkyrie. You wound up getting just a bunch of new characters, the Winter Soldier. So it seems like Marvel might be putting together a new 2099 line when it comes to a different universe. Whether that does happen or not, we'll see, but all these characters were created, including the newest SpiderWoman character. Let's talk about this issue overall, okay? While we got all this introduction of these new characters throughout this short series or event, we wind up seeing Miguel OHara do one final battle against Norman Osborne. Yes, this is current Norman Osborne. He used his life skills, his science, his smarts in order to stay alive all these years. He's used cousins, descendants, life force to keep himself young, and he does one final battle against Miguel OHara. In a very predictable ending, you know that Miguel OHara was going to prevail and put Norman Osborne in jail once again. You definitely get to see that in this issue with the help of his little friends, the Avengers 2099. Let's take a look at these Avengers that Miguel called for this final battle. You can see that there's a Black Panther that might lead the team because he comes through first, but who knows. You also get a Captain Marvel, which you can see. You have this version of Moon Knight, which is completely covered. Don't see any type of face here. We get to see the Spider-Woman. We get to see the Hulk. It looks like there's maybe an Iron Man in the back. Can't quite make that out. Captain America, female Captain America, was introduced quite a while ago. I want to say 5 or 6 years ago. Captain America 2099. It was an interesting story. Can't see the person all the way in the back there. Is that a Captain Britain? I'm not 100% sure there either. But yeah, I mean, there you have it. There's the roster there. We could see an Avengers line. You never know. When he calls upon the Avengers here, we wind up seeing a new member of this Avengers. Now, this member of the Avengers was not in here originally because they were introduced in Exodus issue 3, and she doesn't make her appearance here until this Omega issue, and that is SpiderWoman 2099. That's right, guys, SpiderWoman 2099. Now, the character seems pretty cool, and it looks like she could possibly team up with Miguel OHara in the future, as you do get to see these two in the very last page web slinging together. She's dressed in a black, almost symbiote-like spider suit. It's hard to tell if it is a symbiote. I don't think it actually is, but we can see that she's definitely wearing a headpiece, and there's nearly transparent wings. So it's kind of like Miguel OHara in a way, and maybe old school Spider-Man in a way. She doesn't say very much in the issue. She just kind of flies along with the Avengers early on in the book, or earlier on in the book. And Miguel OHara meets up with her, and she discusses with Miguel, and she goes, "Hell, Miguel, quite the sour night you've chosen to welcome me to Earth." So, is she actually from Earth? We don't get any information about her whatsoever. And then Miguel says, "Only kind Nueva York's got SpiderWoman, and why wait?" And then they web swing together in the very last page and they say, there's no time like the present. So where does she come from? I don't know. So do you think we could get an actual mini-series of Spider-Woman 2099 to find out where she came from? Or do we get another Spider 2099 ongoing series? With this Spider-Man 2099, I thought this was the book that I was looking for when it came to Miguel OHara. Unfortunately, this one kind of fell flat, and this was just kind of introducing a whole bunch of new characters to set up a possible universe. So I'm very curious to hear what you guys think about all this. Do you care about the Spider-Woman 2099? Is she going to be the next hit character in this universe? Could we see a possible cover like this one back here where she's on the front cover? Could this book be a spec book because this is her first appearance? I would love to actually see a Spider-Woman 2099 book. I would love to see where she actually came from. Maybe just a 4-issue limited series, how they used to do it back in the day. And if it sells, why not introduce her into this 2099 universe? Now, for the overall 2099 universe, I felt like it was a very throwaway type of series back in the day. No one really cared for it, I don't think. I think they cared about Miguel OHara, but I don't think they cared about Doom 2099 and Punisher 2099 and Ravager 2099 and all these other characters. They're just all dollar books, 50-cent books. I don't remember anyone telling me, wow, these stories were so great. And actually, Miguel OHara's books wasn't that great either. They were like okay, and I feel like no one really cares about them now because he is a spec. He's going to be in the Edge of Spider-Verse or the Miles Morales movie that is getting ready to come out. So I'm very interested to see what's going to happen with the 2099 universe. So yeah, guys, leave me all those comments down below. Again, I would like to see her make an appearance here to see the story that has to be told, where she came from, and that type of thing. And if it sells, yeah, why not? Make an ongoing. Make a Miguel OHara. Make them have a team up. Do a Spider-Man 2099 team up featuring Spider-Woman. That actually might sell. So guys, if you love my content, I'll leave you more content right here. In fact, this is my series called After the Pull, where I take 5 of my most anticipated comics and I see if they live up to the hype. So guys, as always, keep buying, keep collecting, but always remember, please read your comics. Guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.